You might not know how at that time, but eventually it usually works out. And yeah, the other thing is that everything's possible. No matter what you dream up or what you want to do, as long as you keep working on it, as long as you're willing to give your everything for it, it's gonna happen at some point.
I just wanted to ask you about a question about like words of wisdom, but it was already like words of wisdom. So what we actually ask as a question here, it's not the question itself, it's just an open space for whatever comes.
Okay. So you got the answer you wanted? Kind of.
But there is like more open space for you, for whatever comes.
For whatever comes. Yeah. I'm just... At this point, I guess I'm just trying to reach out to as many people as possible. You know, I've been doing talks and speeches about overfishing, about garbage in the oceans. I've been doing that for years now, and at schools, at dive clubs, at all kinds of places. And the weird thing is that people usually tend to understand what you're trying to tell them. Like they see that there's too much fish being caught. They see that it's a problem that there's loads and loads of plastic in the oceans. They can see that, but then they can't really relate to it, if that makes sense. Like they say, yeah, sure, it's horrible that there's tons and tons of plastic in there, and the minute later they will go shopping and put everything in a separate bag, just so it doesn't break. Or I mean, a beautiful example of people not seeing the consequences of what they do was a guy who took me for a tour in his olive farm in Greece. And it was in the middle of summer, and we were going up a hill in his little pickup truck. And he looked over to the next hill, and it was on fire. Like, loads of fires in Greece every summer. And he was smoking his cigarette and looking out of the window and was like, oh, man, it's horrible. So many fires every year. And he flicks his cigarette out of the window. And like, it's just unbelievable. I don't understand how it happens. And I was just sat there. I was like, yeah, nah, maybe not worth it right now. Yeah, and it's the exact same thing with fisheries, with garbage. And it's so easy to say for every single one of us to just go, well, but if I don't do it, what difference will it make? And I've heard thousands of people say exactly that. And if all those people would actually do something, it would be a huge difference. And that's what I really want to reach.
Yeah. So Santa is sitting right next to you. If you can ask him for something, what would you ask him?
Oh, same thing that everybody needs. A whole bunch of dedicated people who are happy and willing to work on a similar project. I mean, it would be easy to ask for a whole bunch of money and just go out there and buy a boat or get it built, which would be a fortune, probably. I think a beautiful idea would be to get a second-hand hull, or a hull that somebody started building and kind of gave up on the project, and give it a second life. And maybe get a carpenter who helps you outfit the interior, get an electrician who knows how to wire things up. I mean, those things, I can do them if I have the time, if I have the passion at the moment, if I have, of course, the money. But I will only be able to do them up to a certain standard. If you have somebody who actually knows what they're doing, they always work on a whole different level. That's the amazing thing about working together with professionals. So, yeah, something old, something new. Old boat, dedicated people, bright ideas. I mean, I have a concept together for what it should be like, but I'm sure there's about 1 million ways to improve it, and there's probably 10 million people out there who have all these ideas, and I would be super happy to hear all of them. I'm sure there's loads of people out there who have brilliant other ideas how to use a boat like that, and I'm sure there's countless options for it. And probably there was people who had a similar idea before and they were just afraid that somebody else might steal the idea and they didn't tell anybody about it, and maybe that's how it stopped. But I think if anybody actually sees this video and thinks, ooh man, that's a smart idea, and who actually has the funding already in hand, go for it. Maybe let me know and invite me for a trip, but go for it. I'm absolutely 100% sure there can't be too many of these boats out there. I mean, I've been fighting for the environment for the last 12 years now, like active. And I can't wait for the day when I lose my job because it's not needed anymore. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I will have a job for the rest of my life.
Super. Wow, your dream works. Thank you.
Thank you.